How's it going, guys? Thanks for coming back. Last video I made these. These are the railroad spike tongs from Ken's Custom Iron. I decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make the next set of tongs that I'm going to use hopefully a lot. And that's these knife blanks, or knife tong blanks. So I work in kitchens, so I got tired of spending money on knives all the time, so I wanted to make them. And these were really good priced on Ken's Custom Iron. So decided I'm going to go ahead and make these. And then hopefully we'll get to funner projects instead of just putting stuff together, tools together and whatnot. So go ahead and bear with me. Let's go ahead and get these put together and then we'll move on. Alright, so what you need to do is see this little flap there? Right at the edge of it. Go ahead and do it this way. Instructions, it doesn't say to do this part, but I figured it would flatten it a little bit. And you want to do this down to about, I think it said 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go ahead and keep working on that, doing this whole section here out to 1/8 of an inch, and then I'll bring you guys back. Now you got to do one left and one right. So here's the left one, and I forged from one side on this one. So then we're going to go ahead and there we go. And here is the right one. There. This should be all good to go for this part. I'll go ahead and heat it up, and then we'll be back at the anvil to forge this over. Okay, well, we're getting heated up for this next one. I did take my cross peen hammer here and I rounded all these edges. It helps with a cleaner forging, so it's definitely helped out. I used it once before and it left a bunch of really harsh lines. Like this one's been pretty clean forging so far. So we're gonna go ahead and take this out of the fire, then take this part of the anvil. We're going to do the same thing to the other one. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Wait, did I? I did. Alright. So, there's essentially a reverse. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, I'm doing it right. Forget what I was saying. But you need part of your blade stock, whatever blades you're going to be, or whatever you're going to be making your blades out of. And it'll help make this the right size. Okay, nice and clean. Go ahead and do one more heat on that. Finish not messing up the other side that I thought I was messing up. I'm going to go ahead and finish cleaning these up, then I'll bring you guys back. We'll go ahead and finish adjusting these. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and switch to a smaller hammer. This part's a little bit more delicate, and I suggest watching Ken's video. It took me a minute after watching his video to figure out exactly how I was setting this up. I'm still not 100% confident, but I'm thinking I understand what's going on. So you got to offset them. So we're going to take the right tong blank, go right to the edge of the boss. And pretty much you want this edge to line up with this side now. So a little bit more. Now we'll go ahead and go up here. Pretty close. So you want this side lined up with this side. Yeah, so I think that's about what I wanted. I think I did alright. Set that one off to the side. Now we'll go ahead and pick this one up. This one's the left side. This one, so you want almost at a 45. And bring it back. I think I did all right. I'll go ahead and see how well they line up here in just a second. Yeah, that went off pretty well. See, one a little bit. See, it's a little too hot for my bare hands. Wait a minute. Yeah, when these cool off, I'll bring you guys back and see how they go. Alright, got it figured out. They go like this. So, I didn't do too bad getting those to line up a little bit. But now we're going to go ahead and drill in the center. Then we'll rivet these together, and then we'll fit and finish these things. I'm not going to show you how to drill these. I have a couple videos of me drilling stuff. If you guys want to see every time I drill something, just let me know in the comments. Just say, hey, we like watching you suffer moving your camera around, so go ahead and do that for us. And I'll go, okay, and then I'll do that. But as for this one, I'm going to go ahead and get these drilled and ready for final alignment, and we'll go ahead and go through that. Alright guys, first I'm going to tap this on there, make sure the rivet's set on there, and then go ahead and start setting this rivet. Work it a little bit, put it back in, then we'll start running the ball peen around the edge. And said it before in my last video that they do have the rivet headers. You can do it that way if you want a nice clean rivet head. They come super rounded, nice clean, and you can usually get a part for the bottom or bottom for the rivet. It sits on the anvil. You set the pretty head on there. You set it like I just did, and then there's a piece you set on top, and you tap it down. It also makes sure that everything's nice and tight. You have a perfectly round head on your rivet. I think my last one turned out pretty good. I want to keep practicing that. I eventually will get rivet headers when I start making tongs to sell. At least that's my plan. We'll see what actually happens. But let's go ahead and pull these back out. And push it that way. I don't think that looks too bad. Flip it over. Just so they look the same. Make sure that isn't too hot. Start working these back and forth. Seeing these are nice and tight. I'm going to go ahead and get these hot again. And then we're going to put that piece of steel in there for our knife. And we're going to go ahead and adjust these and make sure it's ready to go. And then these will be about done. Alright, so we're pretty much... Looks like I tapped one of these a little bit closed. So I'm going to have to go back in. Open that up just a little bit. There we go. Drop everything on the floor. Alright, there's first heat. Alright, this will be heat 2 on getting these lined up. Each heat will get a little bit easier, at least that's what I keep telling myself. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and tap these together like that. Alright, now it's just time to, I think, want to address the rain side. So I'm going to have to put these in this area, and then pinch this probably in the vise. And then we'll go from there. Yeah. Alright guys, there you go. Set of knife tongs. And the whole point of these is you fit them to the bar stock that you're using. They go right in and they can go right past the boss there. So you can do really intricate work right towards the end, right towards the middle. Really, really good design from Ken for sure. These things are awesome. These are going to make life a lot easier. They're a little bit off here and there, but I mean, you guys seen hopefully the first pair that I made. They're absolutely awful, but they held the steel. If you can't afford like $12 or whatever to buy a pair to make as your first project, you have to make them from scratch. Those ones I made did work, but I'm just saying these are so much better. Slip it into the forge, let go, pick it up, get to working. I mean, I'm imagining I can hammer pretty good on this before it lets go. And I don't think it's going to let go because the instructions that come with it are really good. Just in case you didn't see the first video. In color. They sent them in color with pictures for every single step. With these though, I would suggest going and watching the video just to get that offset in there correctly. So yeah, it definitely helps. And then you can always flatten these off or whatever. If I was worried about people coming over and being judged, I'd probably clean them up, and I might clean them up later on anyway. But for right now, these will work perfect for what I'm doing. But that's it for this video, guys. Just in case you didn't see the last video, there's the set of tongs for holding railroad spikes from Ken's that are really good. But if you could, like, share, subscribe, let me know. If you want to see more of these tongs right away, these are the two that I needed the most. The other 4 that I got, they're going to be really useful, and I'll probably end up being frustrated that I didn't have them when I get to need them, and I'll find some way to make a tool or whatever just for a small amount. So that'll be frustrating, but I don't need them to start projects that I have in mind right now. I pretty much just needed the railroad spikes and the knife tongs. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in here again next time.